Hello, my name is Marcy Sarango and my partner Belén Acurio. We are going to present a tutorial. And the tutorial is about the strategies and how to cope with the listening section of TOEFL ABT test. I'm going to present general strategies for listening. First, be familiarized with the directions before taking the test. Don't worry if the topic of the passage is not familiar to you. Listen carefully. You will hear only one time. Take notes of the main idea and supporting points. Determine what type of question is. Don't spend too much time. Monitor your time. It is very important. Give questions. This type of questions ask about overall ideas or main ideas. The strategies are: pay attention to the beginning of the lecture. Often you can form an initial idea about the keys of the passage. Adjust your initial idea upon what you heard to the remainder of the passage. 3. Listen to emphasize words. Usually, the speaker pronounces more loudly than other words to indicate important information. The frequency of this type of question is from 0 around 2 per passage or conversation. Detailed questions. This type of questions ask for specific pieces of information stated in a passage. The strategies are: listen for the details, not just the overall idea. Think different ways to restate the information or details. Find the choice that accurately restates the information. Listen for contrast words like such as, however, on the other hand. These words alter the meaning of the information that comes before it. The frequency of this type of question is from 0 to 1 per passage or lecture. Function questions. This type of questions ask for the function, purpose, or what the speaker says. Ask you to understand what the speaker said and why. The strategies are: pay attention to the replay part of the passage. Think about the context that's surrounding the replay part of the audio. Look for clues of meaning to get familiarized with idiomatic expressions. If you don't know the idiomatic expressions, pay attention to speaker tone of voice and context of the conversation. It will give you clues of meaning. And the frequency of this type of question is from 0 to 1 per passage. Thanks.
Well, the next question is stance questions. These questions are less common than others. There will usually be 0 to 1 per passage. There are 3 strategies in this part. 1. If a part of the passage is repeated, pay careful attention to it. 2. Form an idea about how the speaker feels, based on the tone of voice, word choice, and context. The tone of voice and choice of words will indicate a speaker's stance. 3. Draw a conclusion about how the speaker feels. About organization question. We will have 1 to 2 questions for a lecture and 0 to 1 question for a conversation. The strategies. Listen to the details and examples and consider why they are discussed in relation to the overall passage. Look for organization of ideas such as comparison or contrast, cause and effect, and so on. Look for an answer that shows how the examples or details fit into the organization of the passage. These questions and relationship questions are less common. Relationship questions. It has relation with inferences and drawing conclusions. There will be 0 to 1 per passage. The strategies. Listen carefully to each of the points in the passage and how the speakers react to each other's ideas. Based on the overall conversation, draw a conclusion about the speaker's meaning. Look for an answer that expresses a relationship that can be inferred from information in the talk. All these strategies will help to select the correct answer. Remember that it's really important to take notes. So, we have some diagrams that will help to take notes. With the diagrams, you can write the main idea, important details like the problem, a solution. We can use different diagrams. In this case, we are going to make these 3 like examples. The teacher. You can divide the teacher into 2 or 3 sides. For example, if you divide into, you can make this part for a student and this part for the teacher. Or depend on the speakers, depend how you organize your ideas. Fishbone diagram. In this diagram, you can use this part to write the days, the year, and behind that you can write some details about them. In the last diagram, you can use to the main idea and the specific ideas, for example, on important details about the main idea. We hope that the video helped you to practice a lot and to get good results in TOEFL IBT test in the part of listening. Thanks for watching the video.